Claude 4.6 represents a move toward delegation, and that's a fundamentally different shift. Automation says, do this exact thing, this exact way, every time. Delegation says, here's the goal, figure out how to achieve it. Systems don't just execute instructions anymore. They manage sequences, adapt strategies, operate with partial autonomy. You're not writing scripts that handle every edge case. You're setting objectives and letting the system navigate toward them. It decides which tools to use, which approach makes sense, when to pivot if the first method fails. That's not a better chatbot, that's a different category of capability. But here's what makes it complex. Delegation requires trust, and trust requires boundaries. You need to know what it won't do without checking back, what decisions it can make, what thresholds trigger human review. Because autonomy without constraints isn't useful, it's unstable. The conversation isn't whether delegation happens. That ship has sailed. The conversation is how we define its limits. What gets delegated fully? What stays supervised? What remains human only? Those aren't technical questions. They're organizational ones. Companies that figure out delegation frameworks early will move faster than those still thinking in automation terms. Because automation scales tasks. But delegation scales judgment. And in a world where every company has access to the same AI, judgment becomes the differentiator. The question isn't, can your AI write code or draft emails? It's, can you trust it to decide when to write code or draft emails? That's the shift.